Hello, this is WASSCE Tutoring by Terence P. Today's topic is understanding WASSCE biological drawing. The objectives of today are the nature of WASSCE biological drawing, answering a question that requires drawing from the 2016 paper. Now, this is a general comment, and the general comment reads: the questions are high standard questions, well framed, and cover a wide area of the syllabus. Questions that are expected in the biology essay portion of the WASSCE exam are questions of high standards. You should not expect questions of low standards, and these questions are going to be well framed. They'll cover a wide range of the syllabus. They'll cover section A of the syllabus, section B of the syllabus, and section C of the syllabus. There's a need for you to study and remember a lot of things in biology in order to make a successful pass in this particular paper. On this slide, I'm going to outline some of the candidates' weaknesses and mention some ways that these weaknesses can be overcome. First of the weaknesses is poor spelling of technical terms. While writing the biology paper, students are expected to know biological jargons and their proper spelling. You have to know this. On the 2016 paper, there were some mistakes made by candidates, and these are the mistakes. Candidates mistakenly spell yuck and yolk for yolk. Y-O-R-K is yuck, Y-O-K-E is yolk. Both Y-O-R-K and Y-O-K-E are wrong spelling for Y-O-L-K. And Y-O-L-K, yolk, is a part of an egg. There's a need to understand the differences between yuck, yolk, and yolk. Candidates also misspell by spelling bite. There's a need, you need to know the difference between bite and bar. There are so many other words that sound almost the same that candidate miss for another word on the exams. There's a need that the candidate familiarize themselves with technical terms or technical biological terms or biological jargons. The next weakness is candidate inability to draw the correct specimen required. There were times that candidates were asked to draw the molar tooth. On the other hand, candidates went on to draw the canine tooth. There's a need for candidates to understand the difference between a molar tooth or canine tooth and the difference between a premolar tooth and a molar tooth. Note this: drawing with wrong title. There's a need that your drawing have a title. and that drawing should have the right title. If you were asked to draw a typical mammalian molar tooth, there should be a title saying diagram of a typical mammalian molar tooth, and that's something else. Also, candidates should take into consideration the rifle magnification required. There are times that you will be asked to draw a diagram 6 to 10 centimeter or 8 to 12 centimeter. There's a need that candidates carry a ruler to the exam hall, and then they can use that ruler to get the exact magnification of the diagram required for them to draw. If you haven't familiarized yourself with the use of the metric ruler, I'll advise that you familiarize yourself with the use of the metric ruler. Also, another weakness is making diagram without the correct specification. The diagram should have the correct specification. Labeling also should be neat. Candidates also were unable to distinguish a longitudinal section from a transverse section. In this tutorial, I will distinguish longitudinal section from a transverse section. Also, candidates should understand how to write taxonomical name or scientific name. We all know that the scientific name for human is Homo sapiens. If a candidate is to write Homo sapiens, the Homo should be a capital. The Homo should be capitalized. That is, you should start the Homo with a capital letter, as in H-O-M-O. And then the sapiens should be small letter, S-A-P-I-E-N. Let's look at another example of a scientific name. Z maize. Z maize is a scientific name for corn. And the Z should start with a capital letter, and the maize should start with a small letter. And in most cases, I will advise that you underline the taxonomical name of a particular organism. Now, this is a slide that is presenting you with a horizontal section and a transverse section. If you were asked to draw a horizontal section of an organism, this is how a horizontal section should look. Or you were asked to draw a horizontal section of a body part. This is how a horizontal section should look. Now, what is a horizontal section? A horizontal section is a section showing the image of a part of a body wherein you have taken a longitudinal slice of that particular structure. What am I trying to say is that this is a long bone. You are sectioning the long bone from top to bottom. Once you have sectioned the long bone from top to bottom, the view that will be presented to you, that view will be a longitudinal view or a longitudinal section. On the other hand, a transverse section is wherein a transverse plane, as in this plane, is cutting through a body part or a body structure from left to right. As you can see the diagram of this person is being cut in the middle from left to right, wherein the person will be divided into an upper part in or lower part. The section then that will be presented to you, as in this case, this section is known as a transverse section. Cutting this humeral bone transversely, you have this transverse section showing the compact and the spongy bone. To recap, to get a longitudinal section of a particular structure, you are sectioning that particular structure from top to bottom. While in a transverse section, you are sectioning the structure from left to right. In this case, you are going to get an upper portion and a lower portion. In this case, you are going to get a left portion and also a right portion. This view here is a longitudinal section, and this view here is a transverse section. In a nutshell, this is the difference between a longitudinal section and a transverse section. The next slide further explains the difference between a longitudinal section and a transverse section. This is the lower limb of a person, and this is the upper limb of a person. I'm saying limb on grounds that it is easier to remember the word limb than for you to say hand or foot. If you call this entire part of a person or foot, you are wrong. If you call this entire part of a person or hand, you are wrong. This is the foot of the person here, and this is the hand of the person here. It is preferable to say lower limb for this and upper limb for this. You can also say this is called a hind limb and this is called a forelimb. I'm going to undo the annotations on the slide. Dividing this lower limb from up to down, giving you a right half and a left half, this will present to you a longitudinal section. Dividing this upper limb from left to right, this will give you a transverse section, where you have an upper portion and a lower portion of a particular structure that you are sectioning. This is a question, that is question 1B from the WASSCE 2016 essay paper. The question reads, make a diagram 6 cm to 10 cm long. This is something that you should take note of. You are going to be marked for the size of your diagram. If you are to make a diagram 6 to 10 cm, this means that your diagram can be 6 cm, your diagram can be 7 cm, your diagram can be 8 cm, your diagram can be 9 cm, your diagram can be 10 cm, and you are going to score marks for this particular magnification of your diagram. However, if you are going to draw a diagram that is going to measure 5 cm and lower, you are not going to score a mark for the size of the diagram. And if you are going to draw a diagram that is 11 cm and above, you are not going to score a mark for the magnification of that particular diagram. Make a diagram 6 cm to 10 cm long of a typical plain cell and label fully. In this video, I will not be able to draw a typical plain cell and label fully. However, I'm going to present a slide that will show you the diagram. Basically, this is how your diagram should look. As you can see on the slide, the first thing we did was to title the diagram. To clearly state what you are answering. Firstly, you need to clearly state what you are answering. So this is an answer to question 1b. As you can see, answer question 1b. The next thing you need to do is to title your diagram. This is the title of the diagram. The title of the diagram is The title of the diagram is a typical plant cell. Once you have done this, you are going to score 1 mark. You are expected to draw like this, as you can see. Take note of the lines of your drawing. You don't want to, what I'm trying to say is that if you are drawing, for example, you are going to draw a rectangle. All you need to do is to draw this, and this. This is a rectangle. And the lines of the rectangle are clear. You don't need to shine the line of the rectangle by going over it. For example, you want to go over this, you want to go over this, you want to go over this, you want to go over this. If you do this, you are making the lines woolly and unclear. And once the lines are woolly and unclear, you are going to lose mark. All you need to do is allow the diagram to remain as clear as it can be, as in the first case here that I drew. The next thing is that you need to be careful with your labeling. As you can see, the labeling on this diagram, the labelings are to the right or to the left, and the lines are straight. You can use your ruler to draw the lines, and the lines are not woolly also. You don't see a line like this. No, you don't draw a line like this. The next thing is to take note of is that the lines should not have an arrowhead. Do not put an arrowhead to your lines. This will cause you to lose mark for labeling. I'm going to go to some specifics of the plant cell. When you are drawing a plant cell, there are specific things that you should take note of. Let's look at the specific part that our plant cell have. A plant cell has a cell wall. This is specific to a plant cell, unlike the animal cell. A plant cell has a centrally located vacuole. This is specific to a plant cell, unlike the animal cell. A plant cell has a chloroplast. This is specific to the plant cell. Also, a plant cell has a mesolamina. This is also specific to a plant cell. I have cycled all of the specifics to a plant cell. Also, taking note of the shape of the cell. You'll notice that a plant cell has a definite shape. So this is the definite shape of a plant cell. So once you are drawing a structure that has a definite shape, then you are drawing a plant cell. Unlike the plant cell, the animal cell doesn't have a definite shape. These are specifics of the plant cell. Next, I'm going to show you those things that you are going to be scored for on a test. Aspect of your diagram that will earn you marks. All of the marks that you need, these are the aspects of your diagrams that are going to earn you marks. Firstly, like I said, the diagram should have a title. This is going to earn you a mark. The diagram will be sized. And if your diagram has the correct size, it will earn you a mark. There's a need, I repeat, that you carry a ruler to the exam hall to be able to get the exact size of the diagram that is required. There should be neatness of label, like I said. There should be clarity of lines. You want to draw clear lines and not lines like these. The diagram should have a definite shape, as in the case of the plant cell. And plant cell should have a central large vacuole. This is specific to a plant cell. Once you are going to draw a plant cell, there's a need that you draw central large vacuum. There are specific things that you have to label on a plant cell, like the cellulose cell wall, the chloroplast, the vacuole, the medulla, cytoplasm, the nucleus, mitochondria, both mitochondria, smooth and rough, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, ribosome, and cell membrane. These are things that are expected to be in your diagram. At any point in time, you can pause this video and practice how to draw a typical plant cell. I would also like to encourage you to learn how to draw a typical animal cell and other diagrams. Try to familiarize yourself with other diagrams, such as diagram of a bone, long bone specifically, diagram of a flower, a complete flower, diagram of a molar tooth, diagram of a canine tooth, diagram of an eye. Learn how to draw a section specifically or longitudinal section of the kidney. These are things that you are expected to be able to draw on your own and move. This is the reference that I use for today's video, and these are the sources of the sectional diagrams in this video. And my name is Terrence P. Again, I would like to say thank you for watching this video. For questions and suggestions, these are my numbers and this is my email address. Thank you for watching, and I will encourage you to subscribe to this channel, that is the channel Terrence P, for more videos. Thank you very much.